thing in real estate that is really important that you got to do, and it separates those multi-million-dollar producers from the low producers. So we're going to take you out. This is my assistant, Maddie. Well, she's having a little lunch break here, but after she's finished eating lunch, we're going to go out and take you on a fishing trip, and I want to show you some things. So come along and join us. Come on, Maddie, let's go fishing. You want to go fishing?
Sure.
Okay, I need my fishing gear. Okay, so as an agent, I was talking to you about earlier, I always wondered why some agents are top of their game, making tons of money, and I was struggling in my first years. So we got to have our fishing equipment on. It's a pretty sunny day out here, so we got to get our hat going. All right, now we're ready for fishing. So a lot of agents get into the real estate business and they're saying, you know what, this is an easy business. I'll go ahead and just make one house sale a month or 2 house sales a month, and I'll be making tons of money and I'll be rich, and it's easy as that. Well, let me tell you guys, in the real estate business, only 2% of your time is spent out showing homes to buyers and going through the home showing process. 98% of the time, which is the real work, is spent prospecting. If you guys aren't out prospecting every day looking for new clients, you're going to be one of those low-end real estate agents that's looking or prospecting for a part-time job when the other agents are making tons of money in real estate. So there's 2 types of prospecting, and I want to tell you about one today, and that's why we're going to go fishing. So come on down to the lake a little, and I'm going to grab my fishing pole here. So we're out here fishing, right? So I'm sorry it's a little noisy. We got a boat going by. But we're out here fishing for a buyer, right, or a fish, and we want that fish to jump on our line and we make a big sale. Well, my fishing analogy is passive prospecting. So passive prospecting, like I said, there's 2 types. There's proactive and passive. So fishing is passive prospecting. So you're out here waiting all day. I hate fishing, I have no patience. You're waiting all day for a fish to jump on your line. So that'd be like working floor time in the office, waiting for somebody just to come in the door, or posting posts on social media that have no value to a customer, and you're hoping they'll stumble across your social media and see your pretty face and want to buy a house from you. Guys, it's not going to happen. You've got to be proactive prospectors. So as we catch some fish, I got one on my line here, and look, I caught a pen. Guys, this is passive prospecting pens. This is a great example. If you think you're going to make $500 worth of pens, and somebody's going to take your pen a year from now and read it and say, oh, Chuck Jones, I'm going to call him and buy a house, and you're going to make a $20,000 commission. Guys, it's not going to work. This is passive prospecting, okay? So I'm using this analogy to help you out in the future. So now we're going to go do some proactive prospecting. I'm going to show you some great ideas and some out-of-the-box thinking that you might not have thought of before. So come along with us. Maddie, you ready to go?
I am.
All right, let's go. Okay, guys, here we are at the gold mine. I mean, there's no better place to talk about prospecting than a gold mine. Hey, Maddie, where's Maddie? Hey, Maddie. Hey, you want to do a video on gold mining?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so what better place to be at when we're talking about prospecting is a gold mine? Okay, you could be an agent and be working for, let's say, a year in real estate, and maybe you're a new agent and you're not making any money yet, and you're thinking, I'm working real estate so hard, how come I'm not making any money? Well, the problem is going in and doing non-prospecting activities, passive prospecting like we talked about fishing. Doing those activities is not going to make you any money. So like a gold mine, you can go out and spend a year buying the land, buying the equipment, and surveying the property, getting prepared to do your mining. You can spend a whole year doing that, and you're a gold miner technically. The problem is, until you move that first shovel of dirt, you're not going to get any gold, okay? So until you start prospecting for the gold, you're not going to get any. Same in real estate. Unless you're out there picking up people, seeing more people, and actually moving that first shovel of dirt, you're not going to get any gold. So the key, guys, is prospecting. And so remember, this analogy is mining. Got to prospect. Now we're out at the local airport, so we're going to do another video for you out here, and we got to find Maddie, my trusty assistant. Maddie, where are you? Maddie. Oh, there's Maddie. Now she's playing with Piper. There's Piper, our real estate dog. Maddie, you want to do another video at the airport?
Yeah, so.
All right, here we go. You probably wonder, what are you taking me out to the airport for? We're not going on a trip. No, we're not. I'm showing you something that I did when I first started real estate. You know, I wanted to touch bases and prospect with folks that had some means and some money. So I thought, well, what better way to prospect pilots and folks that flew into the local airport on the weekend. So what I would do is take my yellow notepad, I'd go out to the airport, and you see on every airplane registered in the United States, they have what's called N numbers, and you can see N107PB on this plane. Well, I'd write all those N numbers down of everybody that flew in, go back to the office, Google on the FAA database, and on the FAA database, it's public information. It shows who owns the airplanes and what their address is. So I would write all those pilots that would fly in on the weekend. I had a notepad with airplane frequencies for the local airport on it, which you can get online. And I had a envelope custom made with an airplane on it. And you know what? I sold millions of dollars worth of real estate to pilots, and it just kept going, and I was the airport guy. And it's just an out-of-the-box way to prospect. And you need to set yourself apart. You know the competition in this business is extremely high. So do something that's out of the box, that's unique, that'll get you some business and get you noticed. So hope this helps, and maybe one of these days we'll go for an airplane ride. Hey, Maddie. You know, we've been out to the airport. Hey, Maddie. We went out to the airport. We went fishing. We went to the Goldmine. You want to have lunch?
I mean, I guess so.
Okay, now we're gonna take Maddie to lunch. So here we are at a local restaurant. We just drove up the street here, and we're gonna keep prospecting even though we're going to lunch. So we're gonna go inside this restaurant and we're gonna prospect, and then when we're done eating, we're also gonna show you a really cool prospecting idea that I've done for many years. So let's go in and have something to eat. Okay, here we are. All right, Maddie, what are you gonna order?
After today, probably the biggest hamburger there is.
The biggest hamburger there is? That's how you stay so skinny, I guess.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
Good.
My name's Dean.
Hi, Dean. I'm Shannon.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Me too.
Hey, we're doing a YouTube video today. Do you mind being on it?
Oh, I'd love to.
Okay. Well, I was just curious, as real estate, I'm in the real estate business, and I was wondering if you get any customers that ever ask you about the town, or maybe buying a home, or somebody that could talk to in real estate?
Absolutely, all the time.
Do you all the time?
Yep.
Do you have some people that you think of that you refer out?
A lot of people that, you know,
Like an agent or somebody you know?
not in particular.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, we're gonna have to work on that.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do
Well,
it.
thank you. What do you got today? My assistant Maddie's looking for the biggest hamburger you have.
Okay,
Because that's how she stays skinny.
Harley's cheeseburger just for you, girl.
Average cheeseburger. Okay, here we go.
With french fries.
What do you think, Maddie?
Sounds good.
Very good. Thank you.
So as we talked to the waitress here, she said that a lot of times she has people that ask her about real estate and real estate agents. So, and I asked her if she had anybody in particular she uses or recommends, and she said she didn't. So why don't we do this? I used to go up and get about $400 worth of $2 bills, which you don't see very often. And again, you want to stand out than the other agents in the marketplace. So why don't we leave $2 bills every time we come into this restaurant? Plus we leave our card, and hopefully she'll keep that, remember us because of the $2 bills, and refer us. It might, you know, you're going to leave a tip anyway. Why not make a $20,000 commission check off a tip you're going to leave anyway? So there's some more advice for you as we leave the restaurant. I've got more ideas. Okay, well, that was a tasty lunch. So we're done with lunch, and we're going to go back to the office. And remember, 98% of our time needs to be prospecting. So what am I going to do this afternoon? Well, why don't we do this? Why don't I get the address of this building, the street name, go back and look them up in the tax records of who actually owns the building. And a lot of times the building owner may be the restaurant owner, and if not, that's okay, you're still making another contact. But if it happens to be the restaurant owner, I'm gonna say, hey, I had a great meal at your restaurant today. I met Shanda, I think her name was Shanda, your waitress. Everything was wonderful, and I appreciate you being in business. And tell you what, I'm also in the real estate business, so if you ever need anything, please reach out to me and give me a call. So tell me what real estate agent does that. You've got a connection with the owner of the building, and you got maybe a connection with the owner of the restaurant, and continue to follow up, put them in the database, and better than doing nothing when you get back to the office, You might make yourself $20,000 for having lunch.
I would do